Turn to Tokyo, folks, as we now take a look at the 400 for women. I'm never with me, Daniel Dowie, Warren Ware, and Bruce James. Nickisha Pryce, season's best, as you can see on the screen, 49-46, Bruce, in the final.
Yeah, no, talk about hot and fire. When you talk about the women's 400 meters, there are two big stories here. One is Sydney McLaughlin-Lerone breaking the Jamaican, the American record. Daniel, tell him that was deliberate, right? Breaking the American record set by Jamaican-born Sanya Richards-Ross. She has now run 48.29. That's off the charts. The other thing that's off the charts, viewers, is that in the world of the 400 meters, if you want to go into a world championship or Olympic final, run sub 50, you're good to go. A young lady today ran 49.88 and is not in the 400 meter finals. It's crazy. From a Jamaican perspective, Nickisha, our national record holder, has gone sub 49. She did that last year. There was a season best 49.46, so she's in that final. The big three in the 400 meters this year on the women's side are still Sydney McLaughlin-Lerone. She is way out front now at the 48.29, fastest time ever run in a semis at a World Championships for the women. And then there's still NASA, still looking good. Paulino, who is the defending Olympic champion, kind of looks a little vulnerable. She didn't do so well in hers, but she made it through. So those big three are supposed to have the medals locked, but Neville, I've said it before. That's why we run the races.
We run the races. Warren, your thoughts?
I must say, Sydney is truly a talent that we cannot count out. For her to destroy the American record in the way she did, still looking so easy. But as we said, the race has to be run. The big three is looking good. It's going to be tough on Nickisha. She's in lane 2. She's tucked all the way around there. She has to run the race of her life to come up. But nevertheless, the race has to be run. So let's see how it will unfold.
Did you have a medal in this race?
Honestly, no, but it's tough. The big three is running super fast. Nickisha has to produce a personal best. She has to run an awesome race that she has never run before to end up in the medal. And then she's now in lane 2, which will make it even more tough for her.
This I do have a medal. This is my dark horse race.
Oh, you do have a medal?
Yes, with Nickisha Pryce. Of course, she's gone 48.5 before, and I think it's within reach for her. She's in the final. She's qualifying with the third fastest time, and of course, with Nasser and Paulino running extremely conservatively, and a lot of people are asking or want to see what Sydney McLaughlin-Lerone will do in the 400, and she has already entered that window, because when we 400 hurdlers, your flat 400 time is usually 2 to 3 seconds faster, and that would bring her world record 50.37 down to the 47-37 range, and she's in that range already comfortably. So world record watch for this race.
You mean 48, not 47?
No,
correct.
Daniel is right.
Yeah?
Yeah, 2 seconds would bring her, the window starts at 48.37. And she ran 48.29 to break the American record. So she's in that range which starts on the lower end, 47.37, which would be 2 to 3 seconds below her world record in the 400 meter
So she
hurdles.
can go sub 48?
That's what Daniel Dowie is saying.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's possible. The world record 47.60 set back in the 80s is one of those kind of untouchable records because it was set by people who many feel may not have abided by all the rules of the game. And, so when we look at those
Very
like
decently put.
Thank you, sir. I mean, we're just coming out of the political season, so I have to use some of my diplomacy. But Sydney McLaughlin-Lerone kind of looked to me in the semis like she was jogging. So, yeah, she could threaten sub 48.
Yep. Warren, you think she can go sub 48?
As I said, she looks like she's just going on a Sunday stroll. She's yet to be pushed through the trials. She's yet to look like she's sprinting. And we have never seen her in this type of race where she's going to at least be pressured to run a part of the race. And I think she has an opportunity to check in the record or go close to the world record.
Warren, what are the lane draws for the 400 women? You have it on?
Yes, so Sydney is in lane 5, Paulina is in 8, and Nassar is in 7. So
Wow.
Sydney
Where's Nickisha?
2, lane 2.
lane 2.
Is there an ideal lane here?
5 to 7. 5 to 7. and if you're a no nonsense 400 meter runner like me, who runs the 400 and don't cares what happened, you would want Paulina lane.
That's lane 8. So, Warren, yeah, this is so set up for Sydney McLaughlin now. Granted, she's somebody who runs with blinders because when you're a 4-hurdler, you can't really be looking around. You kind of need to look at those 10 hurdles. But in lane 5, with the main protagonist in 7 and 8, and having already taken the burden, and if I know her coach, Bobby Kersey, well, get the burden of the record off you from the semis. She had been trying to break the record that Sienna Richards-Ross set.
About 19 years or something like that? Is so?
2006, yeah, so 19 years.
19 years, yeah.
And so it's been a long time she's been trying to get this record. She has done everything. A lot of people ask, why is she doing the 400 instead of the 4 hurdles? She's Olympic champion, the world champion, the world record holder multiple times over the 4 hurdles. Take on a new challenge, and she's looking like she's going to rock the world.
I know that's why we run the races, but all things being equal, Nickisha will get there.
No, Nickisha should not, but you know, Orlando Bennett should not, Tyler Mason should not, and they do have medals around the necks right now. But Sydney, the real challenge is that I don't think Paulina and Nassar are going to hold back. I think both Paulina and Nassar are going to do a kind of Warren Weir anchor leg on the 4x4 for Calabar kind of run in the finals.
Okay.
I think that's exactly why Paulino tried to conserve in the semi,
Great
because
point.
she's preparing.
She's just going to go all out.